Welcome back to Good Teams Win, Great Teams Cover. We've got a special Super Bowl bye-week episode, I guess, in between the Conference Championship finishing and our Super Bowl preview that will come next week. It's our Mastermind Grand Final. The heats took place for this over May, June, July, with the aim of getting the Grand Final done before the NFL season kicked off in September. Sadly, due to severe lack of organisation on my part, that didn't happen. We've completed the recordings with our 4 finalists from August through to December. And now finally had time to sit down and edit it all together. And this is the finished product. 4 fantastic competitors that won our heats. We've got Andy Davies from across the pod, who won Heat 1. Tom Kraft from the Sleep at Work Network, Midnight Sports, who won Heat 2. Paul from the Fourth and Gold podcast, and Murf, of course, from the 5 Yard Rush, runner of the FFCC fantasy football competition. All here for our grand final. 4 fantastic specialist subjects, 4 great general knowledge rounds, and we will crown our winner of the inaugural and probably last Good Teams Win, Great Teams Cover Mastermind Championship for 2025/2026. So less from me. Let's get into it. First up, taking on his specialist subject, we've got Andy Davies. Let's throw it over and see how Andy does. And we'll just go back to back with the 4 specialist subjects before we break for the general knowledge rounds.
Kicking off our Mastermind Grand Final, we've got regular guest now. I think we can say regular guest. Andy Davies is joining us. Andy, welcome back. You were the winner of your heat. It was Heat 1, wasn't it? You kicked the series off, winning Heat 1, and you're back for the Grand Final. It's been like 8 to 10 weeks since we recorded the Heat. But yeah, how are you feeling kicking off our Grand Final?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me once again. I always love taking part in your shows, and I really enjoyed the Mastermind episode last time. Big watcher of the TV show, so it was good to be in some way part of. It feels like I'm actually part of the TV show when I go on this episode. So, yeah, feeling a bit nervous because I've seen the other guys that have won it. Tom and Murf I know well, and Murf's an encyclopedia of football, but whoever guessed, I think was it Paul?
Paul from the Fourth and Gold podcast. Yeah,
I mean he got the most score out of anyone, so he probably is the guy to beat. And I remember he had a great round. He was so many right answers. So yeah, it's a big group to try and compete against. But I'm hopeful that I can go out and do myself proud at least.
Well, this is the creme de la creme, the top of the tree of NFL knowledge, talent that we've got, all winners of the Heat. So I'm expecting it to be a good one. Like I say, all 4 guys, you all scored real highly in the Heat. So fully expecting a very, very close run thing. We were just talking a little bit then before we started. Expecting a close run. Let's move into your specialist subject and talk about that a little bit. So Super Bowls, just Super Bowls in general was your specialist subject. You did a really good job last time. You had 10 on your specialist subject round. You had a 10 and a 10, so to get 20. You sort of just rattled through your specialist subject round last time. I suppose, what are you expecting this time, and how confident are you feeling about nailing it again?
Yeah, I don't want to ever get too confident. I always like to stay a bit on the neutral side of things and the coy side of the coin. But I was really happy with how I performed in both rounds last time. I surprised myself by how much I knew at times with those questions, but I'm expecting the questions to be even harder next time. I'm sure you've, as a result of probably doing a million questions on similar topics, you have to try and find different questions and go deeper into the archives and deeper into the into the internet pages. So I'm expecting an even harder round. But I have worn my Super Bowl t-shirt for good luck.
Nice.
50, so I'm hoping there's a question on that.
You're going to pop up a Super Bowl 50 question. We will see. Maybe there is. We will see. Yeah, it is, and it is. And I'll end up saying this to all four of you guys as we go through. Like, I'm not intentionally trying to make these questions harder. It is just hard to write questions when you get into this point. Like, say, yeah, kind of, you're having to dig a lot deeper. So there's certainly, a few more deep cuts and, but everything's in your wheelhouse, I think, and that's only fair that it is for all four of you guys to make it a level playing field. So yeah, there's nothing like completely out of your time period and things like that. So you're going to have a fair shot, even though the questions are going to be a bit harder. You're going to have a fair shot at everything. So feels like the right way to do it. So Andy, first round, specialist subject, Super Bowls in general. Are you ready to take on the 2-minute clock?
I'm ready. Bring it on.
Come on. Excellent. So, yeah, if you pass, we'll come back to it at the end. If I start asking a question before as the 2 minutes runs out, I will of course finish, and then we'll see how we get on. Ready to roll?
Bring it on.
Cool, excellent. There have been 6 players to win multiple Super Bowl MVPs. Name 3 of them.
Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, and Peyton Manning. That's definitely wrong.
Yeah, Eli was the one you were after. Which 2 teams played in the Super Bowl with the largest comeback?
Patriots and Falcons.
Correct. Who was MVP of Super Bowl 56 in 2022? That was the Rams against the Bengals.
That was Cooper Kupp.
Correct. Which player returned the second half kickoff 108 yards for a touchdown in Super Bowl 47? Ravens against the Niners.
Pass.
Who holds the record for most rushing yards in a Super Bowl?
Emmitt Smith.
Oh, close. It was Timmy Smith. You're on the right thing. You've read that stat. The Bills famously lost 4 Super Bowls in a row in the early 90s and are 0-4 in the big game. Which NFC team is also 0-4 in the Super Bowl?
That is... Pass.
There are 2 teams that stand with 1 Super Bowl victory each. The Chicago Bears and which other NFC team?
New Orleans Saints.
Correct. There are 2 AFC teams that have made only 1 appearance in the Super Bowl. The San Diego Chargers and which other?
Tennessee Titans.
Correct. Who was the last defensive player to win Super Bowl MVP?
Smith.
It's your T-shirt. It's Von Miller, Super Bowl 50.
Goodness.
It came up. The Baltimore Ravens won their first Super Bowl by beating which team? 34-7 in Super Bowl 35. Correct. Jalen Hurts scored 20 points in Super Bowl 57 to tie a record set by which player from Super Bowl 51? That was Patriots Falcons.
Tom Brady.
It was James White. And last question, as we've just hit time, Tom Brady and which other quarterback have started and won Super Bowls for 2 different teams?
Oh my God, pass. My brain's fogged.
You said that was Peyton.
Oh my God.
That was Peyton Manning for the Broncos.
No.
Peyton for the Broncos and the Colts, and Brady for the Patriots and the Buccaneers. So yeah, some close ones. So yeah, it was Eli who was the other. So the 6 Super Bowl MVPs were Brady, Mahomes, Montana, Bart Starr, Terry Bradshaw, and Eli. Eli won them both against the Patriots. Jacoby Jones was the punt return for the opening kick of the second half for the Ravens against the Niners. And Minnesota Vikings are the NFC team that are 0-4 in the Super Bowl.
I had NFC East in my head, and I was thinking they've all won a Super Bowl like that.
They've all won it, yeah.
Yeah.
And then James White he scored 20 in the Patriots comeback win. Jalen Hurts, because Jalen Hurts rushed for 3 and got a 2-point conversion, I think, as well. James White did the same thing, scored 3 touchdowns and got a 2-point conversion in the Patriots comeback win. So yeah, that was a lot tougher, right, that one?
Yeah, very tough.
That was. But look, the other guys are getting the same treatment. Like, it's going to be tough. There's no gimmies on there. So that's 5 on the board for that. But yeah, like I say, I don't think we're going to get 20 winning this. I think it's going to be a lot closer to maybe mid-teens, just because it's a bit harder. So still got a chance. Big round, general knowledge round. But you were strong on your general knowledge last time.
Yeah, I'm not happy with that score. There's a few there, like the James White one. I don't know what I was thinking with my answer, and the NFC, because I know full well the Vikings have lost 4 Super Bowls, but I think I had it in my head. I heard about because I was thinking about the Bills have lost to Dallas Cowboys and the Redskins, and I was thinking NFC East, and I didn't.
Of course,
Yeah,
yeah.
so it's my own fault, but.
It's the pressure in it. We talked about this last time. It is the pressure of the clock and me just firing questions at you. It's not easy. Cool. We'll see what the other guys do in their special subject round, and then we will come back for the general knowledge round with all to play for. Get your feet up, Andy. Get that last bit of cramming done, and we'll get back to you with the general knowledge round in a few minutes' time.
Second in the hot seat for our Good Teams Win, Great Teams Cover Mastermind Final, we've got Tom Craft from Midnight Sports joining us. Tom, welcome back. How are you doing? How's your summer been? It's been kind of 3 months since we did the first.
Yeah. I'm still living off the high of the first one, Paul. So, but yeah, no, the summer's been nice. Been away, went away to Prague. That was nice. And the weather's been pretty good as well this summer, just in the UK in general. So it's been quite nice to enjoy that. So yeah, looking forward to the season being around the corner. We're only a week away now, so yeah, really excited. But yeah, ready to give the final a go and see if I can give Andy the best run for his money. So
yeah, it's a stacked final. So like I say, for the 4 of you guys who won the heats, done an amazing job. So yeah, it's going to be a final of the highest quality. I think it's going to be tougher, and that's solely just based on me trying to I had to take like a solid break from writing the questions, been prepping for the final because it was just like crazy. But I think it's definitely a bit trickier. Your specialist subject is of course the Kansas City Chiefs, kind of the last. I think it was from like 2017 onwards, basically for the Kansas City Chiefs. You nailed it in the heat. I think you got 11 questions, 11 out of 14 questions you got right. I think it's going to be a little bit tougher this time, but how are you feeling kind of knowing we're going to have to kind of delve a little bit deeper into that time period for the Chiefs?
Yeah, I'm feeling all right. As I said to you before we started recording, I've been watching The Kingdom on Disney Plus, and that's kind of been jogging my memory on a few different things. So hopefully that helps me out a bit. Who knows if it does or it doesn't. But I'll just give it my best shot. Representing Chiefs Kingdom, representing the AAW network and Midnight Sports as well, and just myself as well. So hopefully I could do a decent job.
Just like pride for you is like the main.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
You mentioned kind of representing the AAW network. You are across a few different things. What have you got going on at the minute, and what can we look forward to?
Yeah, so going to be full steam ahead with Midnight Sports in the season, and then AAW Network as well. We've got 2 different shows. We've got the preview show and then the review show. So the preview show's got Sam from AAW Network, Ballers Meg and Fletch. And then the other show's got me, Ollie, UK Browns fan, NFL, and Chapman as well. So 2 different shows, kind of previewing and then us reviewing as well. But yeah, lots of exciting stuff to start the season and throughout. So
nice, good stuff. Plenty to keep your eyes and ears out for. So make sure you'll give, Sleep at Work Network, Midnight Sports a follow across all of the channels. Right, Tom, are you ready?
Let's go.
Excellent. Right, I need to get the questions aligned though, because they're all kind of in a bit of a funny order, and I've just noticed that in the sheet. But I think we fixed it. We have fixed it. Right, so same as last time. So it's the 2 minutes on the history of the Kansas City Chiefs, 2017 to 2025, 2024. If you pass, we'll come back to it at the end. If you give us the correct answer, which I hope there aren't many, we will just give you the answer straight away. And see what score on the board you can give ahead of round 2. Ready to roll, mate?
Yeah, let's go.
Excellent. In the 2019 playoffs, the Chiefs scored 51 points against which team?
The Houston Texans.
Correct. How many touchdown passes did Patrick Mahomes throw for in 2018?
Oh, 2018, 41.
It's 50.
Oh.
In the 2020 NFL draft, the Chiefs drafted the only running back to go in the first round. Who was it?
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Correct. Since 2017, the Chiefs have lost home playoff games against 3 different teams. Name any 2 of them.
The Bengals and the Colts.
Oh, was it Bengals? Was right with Patriots or Titans was the other one. In the 2022 season playoffs, who scored the Chiefs' only rushing touchdown coming in Super Bowl 57 against the Eagles?
Isaiah Pacheco.
Correct. Which 2 Chiefs players had 10 plus receiving touchdowns in the 2018 season?
Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce.
Correct. In 2019, the Chiefs sent their first round pick in a trade for which player?
Pass.
The Chiefs' 10-game win streak to end the 2020 season was ended by which team in the final regular season game?
The Chargers.
Correct. Which quarterback started 2 games while Patrick Mahomes was injured during the 2019 season?
Chad Henne.
It was Matt Moore. The Chiefs had 2 running backs rush for 500 or more yards in the 2021 season. Clyde Edwards-Helaire and who?
Damian Williams.
Correct. In the 2022 regular season, the Chiefs went 14-3, losing to 3 different AFC teams: the Bills, the Bengals, and who?
The Colts.
Correct. Last question. Safety Mike Edwards signed as a free agent prior to the 2023 season, coming from which NFC team?
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Spot on. Excellent work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's 8 if I can count right. Yeah, 8 right. So pretty good performance.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, take that.
Yeah.
Did that feel kind of...
It did. It did feel tougher, to be fair. Obviously, I had 1 pass as well.
Yeah. So in 2019, the Chiefs sent their first round pick in a trade for which player? It was Frank Clark.
Yeah.
Frank Clark from the Seahawks. But yeah, nailed it. Really, really good work. 8 on the board. Feeling good about that?
Yeah. So I got 8 out of what? 11, 12? Something?
Yeah, 8 out of 12. So
yeah, I'll take that. Yeah.
Excellent work. I think that's going to set you up for a real strong run at the general knowledge round, and we'll see what score you can set when we get back to round 2. So we will give Tom 20 minutes or so to kind of sit back and relax, let the other guys finish their specialist subject, and we'll be back for the final round. Our third competitor in our Good Teams Win, Great Teams Cover Mastermind Grand Final, we've got Paul returning from the 4th and Goal podcast. Paul, welcome back to Good Teams Win, Great Teams Cover. A bit later than planned because we're in week 6, so the gap between week 6 and 7 of the NFL regular season. But we've got there. How are you doing, first of all, Paul?
Yeah, really good. Really enjoying the NFL season. Like you said, it's been a bit later than planned but we were chatting just before this. That's because the NFL is just relentless. You know, it's a 365-day event almost, like from the schedule release to the draft to OTAs to now we're right into like the thick of it. Like we're right into it, you know, right into the season, and before you know it, it'll be Thanksgiving. We're looking forward to playoffs, and yeah, it's just, but yeah, I've been good, and yeah, it's been really great start to the season so far.
Excellent. So, I mean, let's talk a little bit about 4th and Goal podcast first. That's you and Jay running that. How have you been getting on kind of to start the season? And if anybody hasn't seen or listened to the show, watched or listened to the show before, Paul, where can they find it?
Yeah, so thanks for the plug. We are on Instagram and YouTube mainly, and our handle is 4th and Gold. And we post numerous times on a week-to-week basis. Just we have an overall show of our review of each week, and then we mix it up on a week-to-week basis, like best bets, and then we have our wheel spin where we pick a game, and then we just have to just straight off the dome come up with a bet. And yeah, just overall thoughts on each games and just general topics, like things that come up from around the NFL. Like last week, it was Dak Prescott and MVP talk and the Patriots and are they overhyped and just general things that happen on a week to week basis. But, the main thing is like we enjoy it.
Well, on that note, you took on just kind of the history of the Pittsburgh Steelers as your specialist subject in the Heat, and you absolutely smashed it, Paul. You had a great run. I think you got 13 out of 15 questions right in the specialist subject round last time. You've stuck with the specialist subject round. Thankfully, the history of the Pittsburgh Steelers is a huge topic, so it wasn't too difficult for me to go and get more questions from. How are you feeling? Because naturally, it probably will be a little bit tougher with it being the final. How are you feeling about taking on kind of the specialist subject this time around?
Yeah, I just, it's just enjoyable to test yourself and to see, I wanted to make it a challenge, make it about, ask me questions about the 70s. It's fine. I get them wrong. Like, if I pick a window, if I pick a 5-year window, then I don't think that is I don't think I want to be challenged, so I don't think that would be an accurate enough challenge for myself.
Cool. I think we've given you a challenge. It is tough because it's the final. It's a little bit tougher than the Heat, naturally. But you were our top scorer in the Heat, full stop. I think you got 22 questions right in the Heats, which was very impressive, unbelievable kind of run. But you four guys that are in the final are all really, really close. So, look, there's only one way to find out who's going to come out on top. Let's get this ball rolling. So we're going to start, as I say, with the specialist subject round. It's the history of the Pittsburgh Steelers. 2 minutes on the clock, just like we did in the Heats. If you answer a question incorrectly, we'll tell you the answer straight away. If you pass, we'll come back to it at the end. And if I start a question, as the 2 minutes expires, I will, of course, finish it, just like the TV show.
Okay.
I'm also surprised we've made it this far without kind of the copyright being shut down on us by the BBC, but we seem to have gone under the radar enough.
Does the show still run? I don't even know.
I don't think we've knocked it off the air anyway, that's for sure. Excellent. Paul, are you ready to go? 2 minutes on the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Sure. Let's go.
Excellent. Right, let's start the clock. Who holds the Steelers' record for most sacks in a single season?
TJ Watt.
Correct. The Steelers beat which team to win Super Bowl 40?
Super Bowl 40 was the Seattle Seahawks.
Correct. Which former Steeler wide receiver has the following career path? Steelers, Chiefs, Patriots, Chiefs.
Juju.
Correct. Which quarterback started for the Steelers in Super Bowl 30 in the 1995 season?
Neil O'Donnell.
Great answer. Todd Haley came to the Steelers as the offensive coordinator after a stint as head coach for which AFC team?
The Chiefs.
Correct. In 2017, the Steelers lost in the AFC divisional round of the playoffs against which team?
In the divisional round, they lost to... the Jaguars.
Correct. Which defensive player did the Steelers take at 15 overall in the 2007 draft?
15 overall, Ryan Shazier.
It's Lawrence Timmons. Who has the most interceptions all time for the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Rod Woodson.
It's Mel Blount.
Oh.
Which team did the Steelers merge with during the 1943 season due to the Second World War?
I can't say that. I don't know the city, but it was the Cardinals.
Oh, that's the year after. It's the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, yeah.
The Steelers drafted Troy Polamalu out of which college in 2003? Correct. Which Steeler was MVP of Super Bowl 9 against the Vikings?
Mean Joe Green.
It was Franco Harris. And last question, which Steeler was the NFL Defensive Player of the Year for the 1993 season?
1993. This is the last question, so I've got time.
You've got time. No rush.
1993. It's a Greg Lloyd, Kevin Green, or Rod Woodson. It's one of them. And I'm going to go with. I don't think Greg Lloyd ever won it. I'm going to say Greg Lloyd. Screw it.
Oh, Rod Woodson.
Was it Rod Woodson?
It was Rod Woodson. You were right there.
One of those three.
Right there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 in the first round. Some tough questions in there. So yeah, the Steelers merged with the Philadelphia Eagles in 1943 to form the Steagles, as it was. And you're right, it was so close. They merged with the Chicago Cardinals the year after, and that was due to the NFL having 11 teams. So they wanted to make it 10. And the Steelers and the Eagles didn't want to merge again, so the Steelers merged with the Chicago Cardinals, as it was then. But it was the Steagles, or the Eagles, in 43. Mel Blount with the all-time interception leader. It's 50-odd interceptions. Lawrence Timmons, 2007 first-round draft pick. But yeah, mix of questions, everything from kind of the 2020s to the 40s to the 70s and so on.
That was tough. I'm not... that was a challenge, but yeah, it was interesting to have questions from all that wide range of years and eras. It's great.
Certainly one of the NFL's most storied franchises for sure. 7 on the board, that's a good score so far, kind of given where we are. If you're watching and listening to this, you'll know where the other guys have landed, so it's a pretty good score. How are you feeling about taking on the general knowledge round, Paul?
Yeah, I think I need to smash the general knowledge, because I think knowing the guys in the final, I think they'd be doing a little bit better than 7. So I think I need to pick up a couple in this, but hopefully you challenge them as well with, because you definitely dialed up for me in the first round, so hopefully they got the same treatment.
And they definitely did. I can promise you that. They absolutely did. So yeah, it was definitely we definitely turned up the notch on making it a bit trickier for everyone's specialist subject. So yeah, for sure. So we'll let you have a little bit of a break. We'll play out our 4th competitor, their specialist subject round, and we'll be back to do your general knowledge round shortly. So get any last minute cramming in, Paul, that you can, and we'll see what score you can set in our Mastermind final.
Okay, see you in a bit.
Our 4th and final competitor in our Mastermind Grand Final. We've got Murf. Welcome back, Murf, from 5 Yard Rush. How are you doing, mate? Great to have you back on the show.
Yeah, I don't know how I've doinked being in here, but it's good to be back. It's good to be a finalist, right? Everyone likes to win. Everyone likes to be competing for prizes. And yeah, I love a quiz show, me. I've always wanted to go on one. No one's ever had me. So this is like...
Nice.
It's nice. I'm enjoying it, and I can't wait to finish 4th.
Well, it's tough, but look, someone's got to win it, Murf.
Exactly
Somebody
that.
has to win it, so why not you?
Oh, mate,
why not you? You were great in the heat, so yeah, absolutely. It's going to be tough. It's 4 great competitors, 4 great finalists, 4 very knowledgeable folks. So yeah, looking forward to seeing how you do against the rest of the guys. Speaking of which, nothing but winning, the FFCC, your fantasy football tournament, it's coming to its latter stages. How has it been this year? And I know we were just talking before we started recording, now you've got obviously the sign-up period for next year's also open. If you wanted to give us a bit of flavour of what you've got going on.
Yeah, so quarterfinal stages of the main event and the plate. We crowned our winner last week in the Squid Game. So for those of you that probably aren't familiar, the FFCC starts as a huge 300 plus person tournament. We cut to 256 at the end of week 1. So everyone below 257 down to however many entrants we've got enter what's called the Squid Game. And so it's all best ball, so you don't set lineups. And what happens is I spin a wheel and I come up with a prompt every week, and that team has to hit that. Now it won't be the quarterback has to score 22 points. Your kicker has to score 18 points, and the kicker scoring so the scoring is quite ridiculous. It's not pretty standard. Like kickers are very valuable in this format, and it's a start too. So I've made it so every position is about equal, and so therefore you can draft kickers early, and it's a viable strategy. And you need to have them because if you don't have them at this stage of the season, you're not going to win the tournament. So it is kind of important that every position is worth its own value, and it's all pretty similar to what they score every week. So it is tricky, but it gives you multiple paths to victory, which is what I quite like. I think all the teams will look remote. Like of the final 8 in the main event, only one of them has Jonathan Taylor. I think 3 of them had Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Only one of them has Jackson Smith and Jigba. Puka Nakua's not on any of them. So it's quite a wide spread in terms of how it's done. So it's good.
Yeah, I loved it. It's been a great competition. I've loved it, and we entered a team. I did the drafting for our team. Loved it. Like I say, just those wrinkles and the things and that's what makes it different, and it makes it a different experience, but so much fun. So I implore anybody to sign up to the FFCC for 2026. Yeah, how's everything else been going 5-yard rush wise, Murf?
Great, approaching 1,000 episodes, mate.
Amazing.
Start of
That's
December,
so
I think
cool.
we'll hit that milestone, which is crazy. 1,000 episodes, 4 books, like nearly 50 grand raised for charity in that time. It's been great. Kind of just getting to the point now where I wanted to do something really special for it, but it's been really difficult to think about what to do for it. So I've kind of got so overwhelmed with the idea that I don't think I'm going to do anything. But I think we'll do something special in the off season, probably to celebrate the milestone. I think in mid season, I think the things I'd like to do and the people I'd like to get on and commemorate it, I don't think I'm going to be able to make that work without it being like about a month-long project in season. Whether it's a thing out of season, I could probably do that in the shortest space of time. So I think we're going to do something special. Maybe we'll celebrate it for the Super Bowl. It'll be slightly over 1,000 episodes by then. I don't really care. But yeah, that's going to be an amazing milestone to hit that, and to still be going. And yeah, I'd love it more than ever. But yeah, looking forward to hitting that milestone. But things are good.
Congratulations on 1,000, or what will be, I'm sure. That's not long after this goes out. 1,000 episodes of the 5-yard rush. That's incredible. Just the commitment, the work to do it. We're somewhere close to 200, and that, just 1,000 episodes is insane. So great work, Murf. Congratulations, and everyone go follow if you're not already. 5-yard rush at 5-yard rush. Go follow the pod. Go follow the pages. Go follow the show. Yeah, and Murf will help you win some fantasy championships.
We'll win some hardware for sure, right?
Absolutely, yeah. That's what it's all about. Now, speaking of hardware, you're gunning for some in the next half an hour or so. So we are going to be doing your specialist subject round first. It is you first time you did the 2020 Tampa Bay Buccaneers season, which of course was Super Bowl winning season. We're doing the 2002 season. How are you feeling? Like, do you feel you're stronger on this, or with it being the first, earlier one, or kind of which one do you feel you're going to end up have been stronger in? Because you did really good in the first heat.
I think it's going to be hard to top what I did first time round. I think because it was more recent, it's more in the matter now. The funny things are for this campaign, I was at this Super Bowl. I was there in person.
Okay.
I went. So I lived in Florida at the time. A friend of mine's dad worked for Malcolm Glazier. We had tickets and we went, right. So
amazing.
It was to be there, incredible. So I went to a couple of these games, which I actually think probably hurts you. Memories of the game, because emotion of it. Plus, 23 years ago, right? It's a long time. It's over half my life away, believe it or not. And I'm just kind of at this point where I'm like, I will do well to remember some things, but you know what? We're just going to have a great time reminiscing the best defense in the history of the NFL. I know that Chicago Bears fans will probably debate that one, and probably a couple of other teams will as well, but I'm sticking with the fact there's 4 guys in this team that went to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's a pretty good case. There is, like, say, if it was to the 02 Bucks, 85 Bears, 2000 Ravens probably 2000 Ravens up there as well. Yeah. So it's probably kind of, but that'd be a great debate to have. Probably a special episode we could do on that. I think like a debate one. But yeah, great season again. Just going back and doing it and pulling the questions and stuff. It's great to kind of go back. So it was a little bit just before I started watching the sport. So yeah, great to kind of see it, but hear all the stories about the Bucks, this kind of vaunted Bucks defense, and then actually when you start looking into the detail of it to pull these questions, you're like, dear God, how good they were! It's unreal.
And also the Super Bowl was special because I don't know what you've got questions on.
Well, yeah.
So I'm going to wait until afterwards, but I have got an excellent story about this Super Bowl that is phenomenal and how it took so many moments of serendipity for this to happen, and we'll never see it again in the NFL. But I'm going to wait until after you've done the questions.
Because you're probably going to hit on some answers, I think.
Yeah, and then you'll be like, then you'll pull them, and then I'll be like,
So yeah, we won't. So we'll keep it. And by the way, I had no idea Murf was at the Super Bowl. By the way, so but there, of course, it is the season, so we're going to be there's going to be a few of these questions around it inevitably. But you got 11 the first time around in the specialist subject round, including reeling off the first 10 in a row that you to start. So it was a real strong specialist subject round last time. Let's see how you get on this time. We have got 2 minutes. Questions exclusively about Tampa Bay Bucks 2002 season. Again, if you pass, we'll come back to it at the end. If you give us an incorrect answer, we'll tell you the answer as we go. And if I start a question as the 2 minutes expires, of course, I will finish. Murf, you ready to go for the final?
Let's go.
Let's go. Excellent. Which Bucks player had a 92-yard pick six in the NFC Championship game versus the Eagles?
Odley Barber.
Correct. Which player led the Bucks in receiving touchdowns during the regular season?
Keenan McCardle.
Correct. During the regular season, the Bucks beat 2 teams to 0. Name one of them.
Oh, the Baltimore Ravens.
Correct. Who was the only Bucks player to score a rushing touchdown during the playoffs?
Michael Scott. Stop.
Correct. How many interceptions did the Bucks get during the Super Bowl?
4.
5?
No, 5. It was 5. 4 touchdowns, 5. I can't do that.
5, yeah. So good. Which Bucks player was named Defensive Player of the Year for the 2002 season?
Derek Brooks.
Correct. The Bucks lost twice at home during the regular season. Name one of the teams to beat them.
The Saints.
Correct. What was the Bucks' NFC South record for the 2002 season?
As in just for the conference.
Just for the division. Sorry.
Oh wow. That's a good question. We lost to the Saints twice. So I think 4-2.
Correct. Yes, swept by the Saints, but 4-2. Yeah. What number seed were the Bucks in the NFC playoffs?
They were the 2 seed.
Correct. How many games was the Bucks' longest win streak of the 02 season?
5.
Correct. The Bucks finished 12-4 along with the Philadelphia Eagles and which other NFC team?
Oh, crumbs. Pass.
The Super Bowl took place in which city in California?
San Diego.
Correct. And the last question, why didn't the Bucks make a selection until the 3rd round of the 2002 draft?
They traded their picks to Oakland for head coach John Gruden.
They certainly did. Excellent. So one pass. It was the Packers, 12-4.
Okay.
Yeah. So the Eagles, Packers, and Bucks all finished 12-4 in the NFC. Nobody in the AFC got more than 11 wins. And yeah, it was 5 interceptions total. Yeah. And obviously the
I knew that. I just rushed it.
But again, another really, really strong specialist subject. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 again. So match the match yeah, for sure. I think because again, some much trickier questions in there as well. We had a couple of obviously so you almost got through all the questions. It's a shame to waste them because I've written them. So obviously you don't get any points for these because the time's expired. But I'll ask you them anyway.
Go on,
Who was the Bucks leader in rushing yards during the regular season?
Michael Pittman.
Yeah, I was going to ask you a question about which player has a son playing wide receiver in the NFL, but and this might be a real niche one. But if you remember, obviously this is the year that the Texans came around, so there's the expansion draft. The Bucks lost a player. Which player did the Bucks lose in the expansion draft? Oh, so you would have got it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so nice. So, but 11 in the 2 minutes. Knowledge is great. How you feel? You got to feel good after that.
Yeah, I'm gutted I missed the 5, but that's fine. And the Packers is not a Bucks question, so I'm okay with
it. That's fine. Look, it's hard to write these questions, but yeah, that's fine.
No, that's fine. So now I can tell you. So the Super Bowl was really... So obviously you've mentioned John Gruden there. So John Gruden he came from Oakland. 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, $8 million in cash. Yeah. And of course they play Oakland in the Super Bowl, right? So Callahan was promoted to head coach from offensive coordinator. So if you watch the America's game and a few of the interviews afterwards with like John Lynch and the team in the practice before that, Rich Gannon, who was the Oakland Raiders quarterback, was league MVP that year. John Gruden played Rich Gannon in the scout team that week. And taught the defense all the play calls and all the audible calls, which had not been changed by Callahan during his entire tenure, which is why the Buccaneers ran in 4 defensive touchdowns in that game, because they knew exactly what was coming and when, including all the audible calls, which is just...
Yeah, crazy, isn't it? You literally knew what was going to happen. Good, crazy. But yeah, it's completely, obviously, dominant performance in the Super Bowl, and yeah. I was going to, like, as you mentioned at the start, obviously, you tell me about that. I was like, there's that question about where it was. I feel like maybe I should have pulled that one out, but that's fine. All good. But 11 on the board. Good stuff. Congrats. So we're going to, obviously, just take a quick pause, give you some time to gather your thoughts and prep for the final general knowledge round, and we'll see who ends up where in our Mastermind Grand Final.
Perfect.
4 great specialist subjects there. Tough questions for the guys, but they managed their way through it. Murf leading the way with 11. He's got a 3-point lead over Tom. Paul then in third with 7, and Andy with 5 from his specialist subject. So we'll go back around. Andy first up then. We'll go Andy, Paul, Tom and Murf, the general knowledge round to see who's going to be crowned. Good teams win, great teams cover. Mastermind champion. It's all to play for. Let's see who gets over the line.
Got Andy back joining us. Andy, first round special subject Super Bowls. I think you were a bit hard on yourself. I think you're 5 on the board there is a solid start, and you've got the chance to kind of take it on further. How do you feel now? You've had all of kind of 5 minutes to think about it, the magic of the recording and all that.
Yeah, I'll say to you off camera. I think if I can get maybe 7 or 8 in this round, I think I can almost go away with my head held high. I think if I get 5 again, I'll be a bit disappointed in myself, considering how well I performed in the first heat a few weeks ago. So, yeah, I was hoping I can at least end with some sort of high.
Yeah, and I think getting on a run's like really underrated. Like once you start getting a couple in a row, you just start like rattling them off. I think that kind of happens as well, or from what we've seen so far, doing that. So yeah, I think look, you don't count yourself out of this just yet. You've got the opportunity to get a really good score on the board here. And I was saying, I don't think it's going to be kind of 20 that wins this because it is a bit trickier than the first time. So I think somewhere in the teens, mid to late teens, I think is going to be a really, really good score and one that's tough to beat. So it's definitely in your gift at the moment to go and do that. Right, general knowledge. How are you feeling about the general knowledge second time around?
I felt okay about my specialist subject before I did that first round. So now I'm not feeling too confident about the what questions might come out in this round.
I think you've got this. I think you've got. There's a good range of questions, and I think you'll have. I think you will definitely outscore your specialist subject. I think, which is a good starting point because that'll get you to where you're wanting to be to try and win. 2 minutes. Obviously, if you pass, we'll come to it at the end of the round. And if I start a question as time expires, I will, of course, finish. 2 minutes. NFL general knowledge. This is your chance to go win it, Andy. You ready to go?
Ready.
Excellent. Northwest Stadium is home to which NFL team?
The Browns?
That's the Commanders. Which annual pre-draft event is held at Lucas Oil Stadium?
The Combine.
Correct. Football maths. How many total points is 2 touchdowns, 1 2-point conversion, a field goal, and an extra point?
Say it again, sorry.
How many points is 2 touchdowns, 1 2-point conversion, 1 field goal, and an extra point?
12.
Do you go 2 touchdowns, 1 2-point, a field goal, and an extra point?
18.
Correct. Which team has the longest active playoff drought?
The New York Jets.
It is. Which NFL team is the only team that plays its home games in the state of New York?
Buffalo Bills.
Correct. There are 3 players who've won the NFL Defensive Player of the Year award 3 times. Name any one of them.
J.J. Watt.
Correct. How many officials are on the field during an NFL game?
4.
7. Which NFL team has a fleur-de-lis as its logo?
New Orleans Saints.
Correct. Donovan McNabb was traded to Washington from which NFC team in 2010?
Eagles.
Correct. Marshawn Lynch's final NFL appearance in 2019 was for which team?
Raiders.
It was the Seahawks. He sneakily went back.
Oh.
The Cleveland Browns took which 2 players with the number 1 overall draft pick in 2017 and 2018?
Myles Garrett, Baker Mayfield.
Correct. Who has the most receptions as a tight end in NFL history with 1,300? It's Tony Gonzalez, 1,325. Who took over as interim head coach of the Indianapolis Colts while Chuck Pagano received treatment for leukemia in 2012?
Pass.
And last one as time. Only 5 rookie QBs have thrown for 4,000 yards. Andrew Luck, Justin Herbert, CJ Stroud, Cam Newton, and who's the missing one?
So Cam Newton,
CJ Stroud, Justin Herbert, Andrew Luck, all through for 4,000 plus yards in their rookie season. There's one more.
Jaden Daniels.
Oh, it's Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston. Oh.
Good old
All the
Jameis.
people, that was not who I thought it might be.
8 on the board. So we talked about that flying through. Yeah, I think the first one's it to the first 5, then another couple. So yeah, 8 on the board. So hit 13. So yeah, 7. The officials one's maybe 7. There's 7 officials on the field during an NFL game.
Yeah,
so many referees.
That was actually in my head. The first number of kids in my head was 7, but I was thinking, surely it can't be 7. Surely
That's too many. Yeah, that's far too many people. Yeah, Marshawn Lynch sneakily went back to the Seahawks for a little bit.
That one I did not know. I thought he went to the Raiders, left there, and just retired. I didn't realise
he went back. I think he played 1 regular season game and 2 playoff games for the Seahawks in 2019, and that was him done. Tony Gonzalez is the tight end with the most receptions, 1,325. That's so many catches. Bruce Arians took over for Chuck Pagano while he was out ill. Jameis was the other quarterback. Yeah, look, Herbert, Stroud, Cam Newton, and Jameis Winston, all 3 for 4,000 plus yards and as a rookie. But yeah, 8 on the board. So yeah, I think mission accomplished in terms of more than your first round. 13 on the board. Like I say, I think the teens is a good score because, as you've seen, these questions are a lot more difficult than they were the last time. They were hard the first time, to be fair, but they're a lot more difficult this time around. How are you feeling now it's kind of done? The pressure's off?
Better now I got 8. I think I feel like I've got a respectable score. I think 13. I think, whatever happens now happens. And I feel like if I'm gonna not win this, I kind of hope someone's absolutely smashed it, get 21. I feel like the NFC one with the Vikings and the officials one is going to haunt me if I end up being maybe 2 behind the winner or 1 behind the winner. That will. But I think as long as as long as I can finish 3rd or above, as long as I'm not last, I think that will be enough for me. Anything more will be a bonus.
Yeah, no, like I say, I think you see in the mix, and yeah, it's tough because I see the guy, the other 3 guys are going to go through in the mill just like you've gone through, and it's in the lap of the trivia gods. now, Andy. So we will see how you get on. But I just want to say thank you. Thanks for taking part, because this doesn't happen. The heats and the finals, and this ludicrous idea that we had back in like February when we asked people if they wanted to take part in this. So this doesn't happen if you're not willing to take part and get involved. So thank you. We really, really do appreciate it. And everyone, make sure you go and follow Andy Davies Sport across the pod. Everything Andy's getting involved with, whether that's in the NFL, or obviously you write a lot for our football as well, Premier League stuff as well. So yeah, make sure you go and support Andy. Thanks very much.
Thank you. As always enjoyed coming on this show. And yeah, do give me a follow if you can. That would be great. We have got some stuff to look forward to in the next few months. We actually just got offered a chance to go to Sao Paulo for the Brazil game, but that's looking unlikely just because of prior commitments, like weddings and stuff like that. But got Dublin to look forward to, hopefully, as well as London for the NFL games, and hopefully Berlin and Madrid. There'll be content going out. If I'm successful, I'll be having content come out at the games, both inside the stadiums and speaking to fans outside. So yeah, if you can give me a follow, it's the best time of year to follow my account, because it's the NFL season starting soon, and this is where the all the good stuff starts. So
that's when all the magic happens.
Yeah, and hopefully I'll see you soon.
Yes, we will see you at one of the London games for sure, Andy. So
Absolutely.
let's jump on and we'll see who's up next.
We've got Paul joining us again from the Fourth and Gold podcast, fresh off his Pittsburgh Steelers specialist subject round with 7 on the board. Paul, a bit of time to kind of let it process and sink in. How are you feeling about where you are in the final so far?
Yeah, I feel good. I feel pleased that I didn't disgrace myself with, no doubt, a challenging set of questions in the first round. So, yeah, ready to see where you go with these questions.
Well, I mean, if it makes you feel any better, you've got 29 questions right in 3 2-minute rounds of trivia. So I'd say that's pretty good, to be fair.
Oh, am I carrying forward my score?
No, but just in general, yeah. That would be good, wouldn't it, if you had kind of a bit of a head start? But yeah.
Then why did you bring it up?
Well, it was just kind of hopefully inspire some confidence in you. That obviously you had such a good performance the first time around.
No. At this point, I know it or I don't. At this point, it's there or it's not.
Excellent. Well, let's get to it then. Let's see what score you can set. 7 on the board. The NFL General Knowledge round to come. 2 minutes on the clock. Same principle as before. If I start a question and the time runs out, I will finish it. Any passes we'll come back to at the end. Are you ready to roll, Paul?
Let's go.
Who was the first quarterback to throw 30 touchdown passes and 30 interceptions in the same season?
Jameis.
Correct. Who was the first player to score a regular season touchdown in London in 2007 for the New York Giants?
Eli.
Correct, it was. Who is the only player to win 3 consecutive Super Bowls, doing so for the Cowboys and 49ers in the 90s?
Deion Sanders.
It was Ken Norton Jr.
Was it? I was going to say Charles Haley as well. Oh, no. Right.
Which quarterback holds the record for most fourth quarter comebacks in NFL history with 46?
Wow, what a question. Brady.
Correct. What season did the Miami Dolphins complete the only perfect season in NFL history?
70-something, 74.
72. Who set a record for interception return touchdowns with 5 in the 2023 season?
Interception returns for touchdowns?
Yeah, 5 in the same season. In 2023.
Bland for the Cowboys.
Correct. Which NFL team has the most players in the Pro Football Hall of Fame?
The Steelers, it's got to be.
It's the Chicago Bears.
Really?
I know, crazy. Which 2 teams played in the first Super Bowl to go to overtime in Super Bowl 51?
The Chiefs 49ers.
Oh, it's the Patriots and Falcons. A 28-3 game was the first one. Who holds the NFL record for most consecutive games started with 297?
It's a quarterback. It's Brett Favre.
Correct. Kirk Cousins, you like that outburst in 2015? Came after a comeback win for the Washington team against which NFC team?
Oh man, come on. The Vikings.
It was the Bucks. And last question, which Hall of Fame running back left the Chargers and signed for the Jets as a free agent in 2010?
LT, LaDainian Tomlinson.
Correct. LT, it certainly was. So we've got Jameis, Eli on the board, Brady, Bland, Favre, and Tomlinson 6. I think that's 13 in total, 6 in the general knowledge round. So again, yeah, some real tough questions in there. Some that you were so close to as well. Just out on the Dolphins, 72, 74.
You hear that every year as well. I'm disappointed. You hear that, the 70, and somehow I've got it in my head, the 74 Dolphins are rest easy. No, it's the 72.
72 Dolphins, yeah, popping the corks when the last undefeated team gets beaten. That was the Bills a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, it's Ken Norton Jr. So he's the only player to win 3 consecutive Super Bowls. He was on the 92 and 93 Cowboys, then went to the Niners in 94 and won it. So I think like Charles Haley came the other way. He was at the Niners, then came to the Cowboys and won 2.
And Dion did the same 94, 95, 94, 95, 96, didn't he?
So yeah,
that's one with the
Dion won, 94 and 95, and then the Cowboys didn't win it in 96. He won 2 back-to-back. Yeah, so Ken Norton Jr. still the only person to win 3 consecutive Super Bowls. Surely that's going to be broken at some point soon. But yeah, tough questions. And yeah, the crazy one, I did the research on that Chicago Bears most players in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and I just absolutely found it was insane.
Yeah, I mean, I challenge, like, if you're not a Bears fan, if you asked random NFL fans, I think if they're not being a homer, then most of the objectified NFL fans would say the Steelers.
Yeah, I think so, just because of the pockets of success over kind of different decades, for sure. Yeah, the Bears have 39. The Packers are next with 35. Yeah, they're the next one. So, yeah, 13 on the board. It's going to be a good score. I think it's going to be, again, competing with the other guys. So we're going to see, I suppose, in the next half an hour or so, if it's going to be good enough to win. Fingers crossed. Thanks for coming on and taking part. Like, we can't get this done without you kind of volunteering to kind of give it a go and come and take part. So we really do appreciate it. And yeah, you've been a part of 2 great episodes of ours. So thank you very much for taking part. And just give us a shout again. Where can we find the 4th and Gold podcast?
So search for us on Instagram and on YouTube. We are the 4th and Gold NFL podcast.
After a strong specialist subject round, Tom scored 8 on his history of the Chiefs 2017 to 2025. Now you've had a bit of time to kind of sit away, Tom. How are you feeling about having 8 on the board already?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Wish I got like one more maybe, but you know, pretty happy with that. I think 8 out of 12, not too bad. Yeah. So considering that they were tougher questions and stuff as well, so giving myself a good chance.
Yeah, give yourself a pat on the back. I think excellent, and it's also very difficult doing this not knowing what the opponents have scored because sadly.
Yeah, definitely.
Sadly, we don't have the big studio budget like the BBC do for Mastermind. Maybe next year when we do this, we can get everybody like in a TV studio and do it. But for now, we're kind of doing it a bit blindly. Yeah, 8 on the board. How's you scored really well last time on the general knowledge as well. I think you got 10 on the general knowledge round last time. How are you feeling about kind of attacking it this time?
Yeah, no, I feel pretty good. You know, I back my general NFL knowledge through the years. I mean, if we're going like 50s, 60s, maybe not, but you know, we'll see how we'll see how we go.
Yeah, I don't think we've got anything crazy old in here.
Yeah,
so I think we're everything in the 21st century. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh no, maybe not one question that isn't. I think so, but again. Definitely like a logical quick thought process. You should get a good guess off on it at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. NFL general knowledge, same as before. 2 minutes on NFL general knowledge. If you pass, we'll come to it at the end. And I forgot to say earlier, if I start a question as the time runs out, I of course will finish. Are you ready to roll, Tom? Let's
go ahead. Let's do it.
See if you can get the score set. Right. Let's go. NFL general knowledge. 2 minutes with Tom. Let's go. For an extra point, at what yard line is the ball spotted?
The 25-yard line.
15. Alongside the UK, the NFL will play regular season games in which other 4 countries this season?
Germany, Brazil, and Ireland.
And one more?
Spain.
Nailed it. At the 2004 draft, which team traded away the player they selected at number 1 overall within the hour?
Pass.
Deion Sanders made his final NFL appearance for which team in 2005?
The Washington Redskins?
It's the Ravens, Baltimore Ravens. Legendary wide receiver Randy Moss was traded from which team to the Patriots in 2007?
The Raiders.
Correct. Who is the most recent player to have won the NFL MVP award in back-to-back seasons?
Back-to-back. Aaron Rodgers.
Correct. A bit of football maths. 1 touchdown, 3 field goals, and 2 safeties is how many points?
17?
19. Former Charger and Bills linebacker Sean Merriman is known by which nickname?
No, it's pass.
Which team's stadium is in the town of Orchard Park?
The Buffalo Bills.
Correct. Which was the first team to win back-to-back Super Bowls?
The first ever team.
Yeah, first team to win back-to-back.
The Green Bay Packers.
Nailed it, yeah. Correct. Earlier this year, Brandon Graham became the second defensive player to beat both Brady and Mahomes in a Super Bowl. Who was the first one?
Jason Pierre-Paul.
Great, yeah, correct. Last question. Tom Landry spent 29 years as head coach of which NFL team?
The Dallas Cowboys.
Correct. Nailed it. That Jason Pierre-Paul pull was ace, yeah.
I know, I was thinking, because I was like, I remember, because he played on the Giants, didn't he? So
yeah, beat the Patriots with the Giants and then beat the Chiefs with Tampa Bay. Yeah, strong. Got going a bit at the end because it was a bit slow to get going, but you got four or so to keep going. So that's 8, so that's 3. So you got 7, so 8 and 7, 15. I think that's going to be a really, really difficult score to beat in this, the way it's kind of trickier. A couple of passes, so it's the San Diego Chargers who traded away the first overall, the player they selected first overall. They picked Eli Manning. He was going to refuse to play for them, so they traded him to the Giants. An hour later for Phil Rivers.
Of course.
And Sean Merriman was lights out. Sean Merriman.
I wouldn't have got that.
But yeah.
I mean, he hates the Chiefs as
He
well.
does,
so
yeah.
I don't really listen to him that much.
It's kind of like a double Chargers question we had you there.
Yeah.
Question, actually, I didn't realise that in setting up. There's a lot of questions there related to teams that hate the Chiefs, which is like.
Yeah. No, very true. I was thinking that though. I was racking my brain with because that was a really good question. The one with like who beat Mahomes and Brady in the Super Bowl, and then I was like, I was racking my, and then I was like the Bucks. I'm pretty sure like 34-year-old JPP was playing on them. So
yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
Credit to Byron for that question because he added that.
Yeah, that was fair play to Byron for that one.
It's a really good question he added on for us. When I was struggling last week writing some of the questions, and he just put some trivia ones. They were really good. But Tom, I think you've got a good shot here, mate. 15 on the board. How are you feeling? Feeling good about that?
Yeah. I wish I got maybe a couple more. Like, I mean, obviously I stumbled a bit to start, but then got in my stride as it went on. Well done to you for preparing some really good questions. So I know how much work you put in behind the scenes and stuff. So yeah,
appreciate it. Yeah, I can't wait for it to kind of. This has been awesome to do, but I also can't wait for it to be finished as well.
I'm sure. I'm sure. I bet you can't wait to not read any questions for a good long time.
I'm trying to take like a back seat on the show for the next few weeks as well, for like our normal episodes. Just be like, I just need a break. But Tom, you've been ace. Thanks ever so much. Again, yes, thanks. This doesn't happen without you kind of willing to take part, so really, really appreciate it. We had a really dumb idea back in February, and you've helped bring it alive, so we really, really appreciate it. And best of luck for the rest of the final. We'll see if you've got a winning score. best of luck for the Chiefs as well. And just give us one last shout out as well. Again, where can we kind of find you across all the different podcasts this season?
Yeah. So you can find me on the AAW network, hosting or co-hosting Hurdle the Line, especially on the review show, reviewing all the games from Sunday. And then you can also catch me on Midnight Sports, and you can also catch me on TikTok, where if there's any kind of breaking NFL news, I'm posting at Crafty Sports as well. So just catch me anywhere, basically.
Excellent. Yeah, make sure you give Tom a follow across all of those channels and pages. But Tom, you've been awesome. Thanks again, mate. And we'll see if you're going to be our Mastermind champion. Just Murf left to go. And the general knowledge round, scores on the doors as we head in. Tom leads the way with 15, 8 in his specialist subject, 7 in the general knowledge round, 15 on the board. Murf needs 5 to win it and be crowned our Mastermind champion. Can he do it? There's only one way to find out. Here's Murf taking on the NFL general knowledge round. 5 needed to win it all.
Murf back to take on the general knowledge portion of our Mastermind Grand Final. As we mentioned before we stopped there, got to be feeling good, Murf. 11 on the board. That's a real strong start to your Grand Final appearance.
Yeah, I mean, talking about the best season in my lifetime, it's always good just to talk about it. And yeah, I was amazed how much stuck with the great matter. So
20 odd years later,
yeah, we'll see what happens now.
Excellent. Well, look, with your NFL knowledge, I think you'll be great in the general knowledge round as well. Again, you had a real solid performance last time in the general knowledge round in the heats as well. So, yeah, I think you got 6 or 7 again. So, again, questions are trickier. They're a little bit harder with it being the grand final. But, yeah, I was thinking when a lot of people ask me, all the guys ask me, like, oh, what would you do? Like, obviously, I'd have to do the NFL one, but I feel like, obviously, I didn't really I forgot I was wearing my Man United jumper. I do like the United 99 treble season. I think I was 10. Yeah, I was 10 at the time, but I think I'd probably do that because that'd be fun to relive. But yeah, like Cowboys, not really had a season worthy of having a specialist subject round.
I mean, you could do the All or Nothing documentary with Jason Witten. The best moments of that, it was very entertaining.
Yeah, could do that for sure. I've got the opportunity to finish off and see if you can get this over the line and win. The first and probably only Good Teams with Great Teams cover Mastermind Championship, which I think would be a good thing to win because I think you'd be first and only. No one's going to take it off you. So, 2 minutes on NFL general knowledge. We've got a mix of everything in here as well. We've got some football maths as well in here, so be prepared for that. Football maths. I had to look 700 questions in. I had to start getting creative. Football maths, and then we've got we've got some newer stuff. We've got some older stuff. Bit of a mix of everything. So yeah, I think you'll do well given your knowledge. Ready to roll, Murf?
Let's go.
2 minutes to win it, mate. Let's see what you can do. Right, let's start. Football maths first. How many points is 3 touchdowns, 2 extra points, 3 field goals, and a safety?
Just one safety.
Just one safety.
31. Correct.
Who was the MVP of the 1993 NFL season?
Oh, pass.
Which quarterback was known as Broadway Joe?
Oh, Joe Namath.
Correct. Who was the first player to win the NFL MVP and Super Bowl MVP in the same season?
Oh, wow. Joe Montana?
It was Bart Starr.
Okay.
It's a bit older, that one. Who was the Pittsburgh Steelers head coach before Mike Tomlin?
Oh, God, this just popped straight out of my head. Pass.
Which quarterback was the first player to throw for 5,000 yards in the NFL?
Not Brett Favre. Brett Favre?
No, it's Dan Marino. You were going to say it. Who holds the record for the longest field goal in NFL history after hitting a 68-yarder this season?
Cam Little.
Correct. 9 players have ran for 2,000 yards in an NFL season. Give me 3 of them.
Adrian Peterson, Emmitt Smith, and the Damien Tomlinson.
so we've got the first one, not LT and not Emmitt Smith. I think they were close. I don't think they got there.
Pass.
Cool. Who became the first unanimous NFL MVP, securing all 50 votes in 2010?
Drew Brees.
It was Brady. Which NFL team had one home game a season in Toronto from 2008 to 2013?
Oh God, you know what? My mind's gone back. Pass.
Who was It's all right. We've got a couple more. Who was the first player to 100 sacks after the stat became official in 1982?
It just got overtaken. Oh, pass.
And the last one, who became the first team to win a Super Bowl after finishing with a 9-7 regular season record?
9-7. The New York Giants?
Correct. Yeah, I think that was the first one where they beat the Patriots. So what we've got? So we've got 1, 2, 4 on the general knowledge. Some tough ones. Emmitt Smith was the 93 MVP after holding out, came back and won MVP. Bart Starr, NFL MVP and Super Bowl MVP. Bill Cowher was the Steelers coach before Tomlin. Dan Marino. I thought you were saying it. You go and then you went with Breeze.
No, I didn't get there.
Yeah, Dan Marino, 1984, and then it took till 2011 for somebody else to get there. I think it was Stafford and Breeze who did it in 2011. So second or third, depending which one got there first. Bills. So the Bills, again, this is something I only found out, I only remembered or learned writing the questions. Bills played a game at the Rogers Centre in Toronto.
I don't even remember that. That's crazy.
I don't remember it happening either. Reggie White was the first to 100 sacks, and the Giants, the Patriots. So 15 on the board, strong score. Like I kind of think, obviously I know a little bit more, but I like somewhere around that mid-teens. I think is going to be a winning score. So who knows? We will see. You're going to have to wait to find out, though, because I'm not telling you when we stop recording either. But Murf, thank you ever so much. Great competitor. Thank you very much. This doesn't happen without you willing to give up, obviously, some time to come and record twice with us and get involved and embrace this ludicrous idea of doing this quiz. So thank you, Murf. We really appreciate it.
You should do it next year. And if you're struggling, I will come and help.
That would be good. That would be
that
nice.
way you're not alone. I'll help you. Right. I think it's such a great idea that regardless, I will come and help. And
we can maybe collaborate, which would be good actually. Yeah, a bit of collaboration would be fun and make it a bit simpler as well. I think it's probably a good lesson to learn. Make
it harder. But we'll up the ante. We'll find a way to up the ante.
There we go.
We're going to do this.
Cool, good stuff. I love it. Thank you, appreciate it. And Murf, look, we're going to find out soon enough whether 15 is going to be enough to win. Good teams win, great teams cover. Mastermind. But before you go, of course, give us a shout out again where we can find everything related to the 5 Yard Rush.
Yeah, thank you. You find us on the socials at 5 Yard Rush, YouTube channel, content's on there. We just launched an NFL podcast as well with Joel and the gang, which is phenomenal. Good fun, light banter. So go and support them, go and support us. It's obviously fantasy season, right? Fantasy playoffs are just round the corner. Then we're going to be kicking straight in to try and win fantasy titles. So, we're here to help you with that. Postseason competitions, get you ready for dynasty drafts, loads of cool stuff doing. 1,000 episodes. We're going to have some great guests as well in the off season. Potentially, and potentially someone whose name was dropped in this podcast might be on in the off season.
Oh, well, there's so many names. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I know. Excellent, good stuff. And look, we love a bit of a tease as well. A bit of a tease to keep you coming. But Murf, thank you ever so much. Go follow 5 Yard Rush. Go listen to the NFL show that was on actually. It was the because we're recording obviously in advance. Yeah, it was on Extreme now while we were recording. But yeah, so go give the guys all your support and Murf, all your support. Follow, sign up for the FFCC, support Murf and the 5 Yard Rush, and come get involved in a great fantasy football competition because it's great fun. Murf, hold on. We'll see if you've won in the next few minutes.
Thanks, pal.
The most dramatic of finishes. Tom scored 15. Murf scored 15. Murf needed 5 to win it in his general knowledge round there. Got 4. So we've got a tie with Tom. This is not the way we want to end. Mastermind and crown a champion as per Mastermind tiebreaker, just like it would be on the TV show. It's number of passes to split a tie. Tom had 3 passes. Murf had 5. So your winner of the Mastermind Grand Final and our inaugural Mastermind champion here at Good Teams Win Great Teams Cover is Tom Craft from the Sleep at Work Network from Midnight Sports. 8 in his specialist subject round, or 7 in his specialist subject round, 8 in his general knowledge round. No, I got it right the first time. 8 in his specialist subject, the Chiefs the last 5 to 8 years or so, and general knowledge 7. Did enough just to pit Murf. Murf just needed one more to get over the line. Someone back. But 2 very, very good. All 4 guys were great. 2 great, 2 pushing each other there at the end. So yeah, we had Tom and Murf finish in a tie on 15, split by Tom just pipping it with fewer passes, and Andy and Paul tied with 13. So only 2 points between all 4 guys. So great standard. It was a much tougher and trickier final. Questions were much harder, especially as I was getting to write kind of the 700th question at that point. But well done. Thanks for all the guys for taking part. Make sure you go follow all 4 guys across their various shows and channels. Andy across the pod. Paul from the Full Gold podcast, which you can find on YouTube, Spotify, and the channel on Instagram. Follow the page. Murf, follow the 5-yard rush. Sign up for the FFCC for 2026. The link will be in the episode description. Racing with Crohn's and Colitis charity. And it's just great fun. He'll put in some sort of twist for 2026 season to make your drafts even more fun and interesting, and you're raising money for a great cause. And of course, our champion, Tom. Make sure you go follow him, AA Sleep at Work Network, and of course, Midnight Sports, and everywhere else he is, because he's a very busy chap. Congrats, Tom, our champion. He's been on at me to get this done and edited for months, so hopefully it was worth the wait. Well, thanks for watching us and following us here at Good Teams Win Great Teams Cover. If you're not following all of the channels already, make sure you do. The podcast is available. Good Teams Win Great Teams Cover available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Overcast, the video version available on YouTube, and follow all of our social media channels at GTW_GTC on Instagram, X, TikTok, Blue Sky, and we'll be back with our Super Bowl preview. That's going to land Thursday of Super Bowl week, we think. Got a couple of great guests lined up. And make sure you're following us on Sunday on our channels as I take on the Taco Bell 24-hour challenge for sucking at our 4-fold through the season. I walk into a Taco Bell the minute it opens. Need to eat a lot of things to be able to leave just before it closes. So should be fun. We'll jump on with the guys, do some live stuff on X, Instagram, YouTube probably. And just try and support it and give us some interaction and stuff. And join us for a chat as well, because it's going to be downright disgusting and awful. Congrats once again, Tom. And again, we're definitely not running this in 2026. This is one and done. We'll see you soon.